Hello and welcome to Northwest News. I'm Wakas.
And I'm Khalid Omar. Preston City Council are calling on bus companies to be more considerate to pedestrians after a number of incidents in the city centre. It follows controversial change to the area around Fishergate, which has recently been renovated at a cost of £3.4 million. The new layout means that neither vehicles or pedestrians have priority. Preston City Council say bus drivers need to remember that they are sharing the space and must give way to pedestrians.
The North West Ambulance Service is calling on the government to make life-saving training compulsory in schools. The proposal was raised in the House of Commons this afternoon. The service wants the school leavers to know how to do CPR and how to use a defibrillator. They believe CPR training in schools is long overdue.
It should be done. It should be done in primary school, never mind high school. I don't know if you know, in Norway, they all learn first aid in their first year of primary school. They all learn how to do CPR. Their number of deaths are a lot lower per day. And that originally started in 1961.
A controversial decision over plans by the University of Central Lancashire to develop parts of its campus is about to be made by Preston City Council. The plan involves 4 major projects, but a part of the plan for the Adelphi Quarter is angered local visually impaired people. Anakul Najeevan has the details.
This is what the Adelphi Square looks like right now, and this is what it's going to look like according to the UCLAN's master plan. Stuart Layton from the Galloway Society for the Blind wants the councillors to refuse the application for the plans of Adelphi Square.
We want open spaces, public spaces, to be inclusive of everybody in the community, which includes blind and partially sighted people. One of the concerns we've got is pavement shared with cyclists, which obviously, if you can't see very well, cyclists sharing the same realm is really challenging. The other is the removal of controlled crossing points. It is reliant on the driver and the pedestrian making eye contact, so the driver slows down, stops, and allows the pedestrian to cross the road. How can you make contact with a driver if you can't see the car or you can't see the driver? How do you know if the driver's stopping or slowing down, enabling you to cross? And how do you know where the crossing points are?
This is one of the Preston's existing shared spaces in Fishergate, where the curbs are too low and the texture of the roads and the curbs is almost the same. This is the reason why the visually impaired people are having concerns.
The landmark glass pyramid roof on the range outlet on London Road is to be demolished. The roof, which has been a feature of the building since it belonged to Homebase, will be knocked down as part of the ongoing project to improve Queen's Shopping Park.
The Prime Minister Theresa May is pledging to get rid of all avoidable waste in the UK within 25 years. This is more with Liam Harrison.
Last year, Greater Manchester alone produced around 1.1 million tonnes of waste. Combating this has always been a challenge for governments. But PM Theresa May this morning announced one of her first ideas for an environmental plan. The plan is to make the 5p charge for plastic bags apply to all businesses in the future. This could mean that small business owners like fishmonger Bill Richardson will need to comply.
Yeah, I do. I think these things they're making a mess of the ocean. You know, and you stood right at the fish stall that, well, obviously where this lot comes from. It really is making a mess of the planet.
The Federation of Small Businesses are also on board.
The important thing, though, with the rollout in England is that it does need to be done in a way where there's plenty of information for a small business owner of exactly what the rules are. And they are a bit complicated because there are some exemptions when the 5p charge doesn't apply. And also, a lot of smaller businesses have been doing this voluntarily already. They've been doing it, though, without having to go through lots of extra bureaucracy, without having to record the exact number of carrier bags that they've given out, the exact cost of those, work out the VAT on them. All of that kind of thing adds to the sort of burden that they would have. It's worked perfectly well voluntarily without small businesses doing that. Once it becomes compulsory, the same should apply.
Now that the charge has been strengthened, Theresa May will be looking for more success in the environment. This is Liam Armson, Northwest News.
Now with news about tonight's Warrington Wolves game and the rest of the day's sport here.
Warrington Wolves will look to go top of the table tonight when they face St Helens at home. Elsewhere, Wigan Warriors will also aim for top spot when they play the Catalan Dragons, while the Vikings host the Bradford Bulls. Kick-off for all three games is at 8 o'clock. Preston North End owner and host owner Trevor Hemmings is preparing for a hectic weekend. As soon as the final whistle goes in their game against Middlesbrough, his host Many Clouds, seen here winning last year's Grand National, will be racing in the prestigious race once again. Many Clouds is looking to become the first host to complete back-to-back national wins since Redrum achieved the feat in 1974. A win would also make Hemmings the first owner to win the national 4 times, having had wins with Balbriggs and Headhunter.
Thanks, Maz. Well, that's all the time we've got for now, but sure to be joining us at 6 for all the latest news and sports from around our region.
In the meantime, you can keep up to date with everything happening across the Northwest by visiting our website or joining us on Facebook or Twitter.